Hey everybody, I'm Feather. Welcome to Nourish Hill Live. Welcome back to my watchers and supporters. You guys are so amazing. Thank you so much for being here. So today I'm going to talk about twin flame stages, okay? For those that don't know me, I am Feather. I am an intuitive success and wellness coach. I am also a divine feminine twin flame, and I coach twin flames. A lot of my readings and content that you'll find on Nourish Hill Live are about twin flames, and they are almost all of my readings are infused with spirit guidance, channeled messages, and twin flame coaching, life coaching, success coaching. And we're going to go ahead and talk about the twin flame journey today. I call the twin flame journey the twin flame train, okay? Because it can deviate, it can take different tracks. People can split off in different directions. There's bumps. It's not always an easy ride. Sometimes it's slow, sometimes it can speed up, and there could be derailments, in all honesty, on the twin flame train. So when I talk about twin flame journey, I say twin flame train, so that you know. Let's go ahead and get into the stages. So the first stage for me of the twin flame train, let's say that first stop on the twin flame train is pretty much your whole life. You are yearning for a specific person. It's almost as if sometimes you, from a child or in your childhood and your teens, you feel that you are looking for the one. You can sometimes have an image of what this person may look like, but more than anything, it's a feeling. It's almost as if somewhere inside you feel that there is someone out there for you. You feel that this person may look a certain way or feel a certain way. So in the later years, when you actually come into contact with your twin flame, you actually feel that feeling. That is the coming home to, okay? So in the first stage, it is a lifetime looking for or yearning for or searching for or knowing that there is someone specific out there for you. And it is a deep feeling that this person is out there, okay? So keep in mind, and that is even through other relationships. You can get into relationships and know that that is not your one. So you're still continuing to look for that person that feels right. It's a feeling. And a lot of the twin flame stages videos that I've seen and a lot of the explanations online, they're pretty basic, they're pretty standard, but I don't know if any of them that I have seen talk about the feeling. It's a deep feeling, and it goes beyond, I want to find somebody to love and marry. I want to find somebody to settle down with. I want to find somebody that will love me and have children with me, that kind of thing. It goes beyond that. It goes very deep inside of self, and it is a feeling that there is someone that is specific for you, that they're out there, and you keep pushing no matter what to find this person, no matter what, okay? Because honestly, we can be in relationships in our lives and be okay in those relationships, but sometimes it's like, this isn't the one. It doesn't fit. It doesn't feel right. So you keep looking, okay? So that's stage one, that's searching for, all right? That knowing there is one specific person out there for you, okay? The second stage for me is the connection, is the actual awakening, the connection with your twin. And a lot of times in this second stage, this is where you meet your twin. This is where you meet up, you connect eyes, you connect energy, you may know them, sometimes we may meet them online. There may be a distance, but it's the connection. It's the energetic connection. It's the bonding. And sometimes it may be in passing, but usually this stage is a very serendipitous kind of meetup. You may meet in the middle of a dance floor while you're in another country visiting, or you may be online chatting with friends or on a random page or social media, and somebody just comments and it starts a a series of comments, and that ends up being somebody that you just energetically connect to, then it goes from there. It's a very serendipitous kind of situation where, maybe you're online dating and you haven't been actively looking, and then suddenly, after several months you haven't even paid attention to it, suddenly you get some kind of message, and it's like, oh my gosh, no, I haven't even paid attention to this. It's just very serendipitous. Okay. In some instances, you may have friends of friends or family that have known this person and have talked about this person for years and years. But when it comes down to it, you've never actually met this person. But when, 20, 25 years later, something like that, you finally meet up and you're just like, I've known about you my whole life and I'm just now meeting you. And this is that connection. Okay. This is the bond. This is that connection. So it's very serendipitous. It's very instant. More times than none, even before you've actually seen the person in person or felt their touch or anything, it's an energetic connection. You just fit, you just mesh, you just know it. Okay. And this is not obsession. This is not a codependent connection. It is, you can feel it. It is a feeling. Again, a feeling connection. All right, third stage, moving on, is the glow up. It is the falling in love stage. It is the stage where you start spending more time together, you start communicating more, you start getting to know each other. It is the most intense stage. Actually, I can't say it's the most intense stage because some of these stages are friggin' intense. All of these stages are intense. Let's just face it, it's twin flames. So the energy is really, really intense in the glow up stage. You're falling in love. You absolutely can't get enough of the person. It is a physical, mental, emotional, sexual, energetic, and soulful connection. It just combines, and it's intense, and it creates a huge energy around you. Like, say for instance, the conversations can be so intense, so in depth, and you lose hours of time becoming immersed in this conversation or this connection with this person, even if it's not physical. You forget about like daily tasks and things that you should be doing, that sort of thing. And it is really intense. It's like a crazy in love, drunk in love, very in-depth, deep connection. And in this, if there is physical touch, if there is sexual connection, the sexual connection is the most intense of all. The sex is completely different with a twin flame than it is with anyone else. It is because it is all levels, emotional, mental, energetic, and soulful. It all just combines, and we'll talk about that in another video another day. If you guys want to hear about that, just drop it in the comments. Say, hey, I want to know about the twin flame sex. There you go, and I will do that video for you because it is intense. So let's move on to the actual relationship, which is the fourth stage. The fourth stage is where it's a good relationship. You're still, more times than not, the twin flames are still in that in love phase for quite a while. And even though there may be distance, or there may be times where you don't talk, or you're busy, it's very easy to get back together and get back into an in love phase. It's like honeymoon phase, honeymoon phase, but it's extremely intense. Okay. So this is the good. This is the creating the bond. This is finding out where you have similarities in your life. This is finding out what your hobbies are, what you each like, how similar you both are, and how different you both are at the same time. This is that stage. Okay. And then there's the fifth stage where at some point shit happens. Okay. The fifth stage is that it's like the battlefield of love kind of stage. And it's not easy, but it's not it depends on everybody's journey, because each one of us have a different journey. We each have a different purpose. We each have gone through our own things individually. So this fifth stage is 5. It's the fifth stage. So think numerology, chaos, challenge. Okay. But most of the time for myself and for other twin flames that I have coached and worked with, that it is almost as if this fifth stage, this battlefield of love, people don't realize. When I say, okay, when did this start? I don't even know. It was almost as if it was instant in love, boom, battlefield. It just happened. And it's like fast. It's like just a drop off, and then it happens. It's really strange, but I've noticed that in a lot of my twin flame coaching, and for myself, it's like when I don't really remember it playing out and just gradually getting there. No, it was like everything was great, everything was wonderful, honeymoon, shit happened. Okay. So that is the fifth stage. And then that is also during that fifth stage is also when the sixth stage starts playing in. That sixth stage. And of course, these stages may not happen in the same order for every twin flame, but just keep in mind that these are stages that happen typically in a twin flame journey. Okay. But they do not have to happen all at the same time in the same way. They sometimes can happen all at the same time, I guess. I don't know. Never met anybody with that. I hope it never does. But anyway, the sixth stage is the runner chaser stage. This is where, because of the stuff that has happened in the battlefield of love stage in stage 5, it kind of runs into 6. It's the triggering, it's the mirroring, it's the things that come up for. It's like what your twin goes through and what you go through, or what you trigger in your twin is going on in you, and vice versa. It is, you are mirroring each other, and it is a lot of times a very intense stage, because the runner chaser is like, you can't stay away from each other. You want to stay away from each other. You can't stay away from each other. You want to stay away from each other. It's a runner chaser thing. And typically in this dynamic, and this one does not have to last long, but for some twins, it can last a very long time. And in this stage, between stages 5 and 6 here, it's almost as if this is where you determine whether or not your twin flame is coming back or not, or whether you're going back or not. So it really is intense, and the way that the triggering happens. Okay. And we can do more videos on this later. If you would like to know more about that, put it in the comment section, so I know what kind of questions that you have in regards to your twin flame connections, your twin flame unions, your twin flame train rides. Okay. So in the runner chaser, typically there is a person who can't deal with the triggering, can't deal with the emotionality of, or the connection, maybe can't deal with the improvements or the things that need to be improved within self that is triggered or mirrored to them from the other twin. So there is a runner that typically just can't handle it. It's too much. It's too much. It's too chaotic. The battlefield of love is too much. And they run. Okay, some of them run and come back. Some of them run and stay away. Some of them ghost. Some of them disappear. Some of them just never call again. Okay, it just depends on each person's individual ability to overcome whatever they've got going on inside of themselves. Okay, then the chaser is the one that always tries to go after them. You know, come back. I don't want you to go. You know, listen, this is an intense connection, or maybe even just like, I can't live without you, because the connection, once it's created, it's so powerful. It is very painful to feel a disconnect, or to and it can cause a codependency. And this is where your codependency issues come up into, because you're just like, you know, I can't live without this person. I can't be without this love. I need this person. It's a really intense connection. So, this is typically the stage where codependencies come up, toxicities come up. So the toxic stuff comes up, the codependency stuff comes up, and if it's too much, there's a runner. And then, of course, again, if that's too much, there's a chaser, where the chaser is just like, I can't be without you. I need you. Come back. That kind of thing. Okay. Where are you? Why have you ghosted me? Where have you been? Why aren't you coming back? Then, and they try to pull the twin flame back in. Okay. This is where, at this point, I tell people to detach. Okay. So the next phase is the 7th phase, which is your, number 6. The 6th stage is the runner chaser stage, and that is the advancement. That's where you find out, yes, there's reciprocated feelings. Can you both work things out? This is where the relationship typically advances, okay? Or you find out if it's going to advance. The 7th phase, and this could take a long time, okay? Like I said, it depends on each twin flame connection, each twin flame individually, how long each phase lasts, or if they even move on to the next phase. The 7th phase is love, and it is actually the transformation phase, and that is the surrender phase. That is the phase where you decide that, okay, I understand. I have to detach. I call it the surrender and detach stage. So I detach from this connection. I detach from having the need for this person, and you actually focus in on self. Okay. And if each individual can do that, the stages will, of course, you have your own work to do and your own release work to do. And you can do many things to assist in these connections working out, these unions working out a lot sooner. But we'll go into that in other videos. But this 7th stage, the surrender and detach, it is you're saying, okay, what's going on is too much. I really truly need to focus in on myself. And that's when if you can truly detach from the need of having another person, and you can focus on your purpose, you can focus on service, you can focus in on yourself and your self-awareness and your own spiritual journey, this is where typically the other twin flame comes back. And that is stage 8. That is union. Okay. That is union. That is reunion, but I call it union. But it is typically after a phase of separation, because during the runner chaser stage, there can be a separation. There can be a lot of separations. So I can't say that there is one phase specifically that is separation, because there can be many stages. There can be many times where there is separation throughout your connection or your union. Okay. But I say connection until union. And then union is reunion for a lot of other people, because that means you're reuniting. You're already in union. If you're already connected to your twin flame, I consider it you're in connection, you're in union when you finally come together. Okay. But it just depends on each individual coach, each individual person. But so when you surrender, you finally detach, and you've done your work, or you focused on your purpose and things like that. Typically, that is when the 8th stage happens, and that is connection together, and it sticks and it works, and you work together more harmoniously, and that's what we want. We want harmonious union. Okay. And that is that 8th stage. Okay. So for those of you that are wondering, again, the twin flame train it's intense. Okay. And there's several different stages. And again, each stage is different for each individual set of twins. Each individual has their own thing, own way of feeling, own life experiences, and in order to come together in union, in harmonious union, it has to be each person doing their own stuff to actually come together in a harmonious union. So some twins come together, some twins do not. Some stages for certain twins last shorter Some last longer. It just depends on your individual specific union or connection with your twin, okay? And some of the ways that you can reach union faster is truly looking at yourself. Truly look at yourself and what you may be doing in your life, and of course focus in on your own independence, your own ability to feel good, your own ability to be high vibrational, and don't even, don't fake this shit. Actually look at it. Do I love myself? Do I love how I look? Do I love the life that I am living? Do I live a life of peace and ease? And am I working on purpose? Is there a thing that I'm doing in life that I love and enjoy? Do I love and enjoy myself? Do I or can I detach from having to have another individual in my life, a partner, a lover, any of that stuff? Of course, we want them, we desire them. But if we can truly detach and be great alone, that is the kind of stuff that pulls our twin flame unions together so much faster, because we're not out here, crying and wailing and waiting for this person to come back. We're actually focusing on ourselves moving forward, because sometimes our twin flames don't come back. And I got to be honest with you there, because a lot of you are wondering, sometimes they don't. And sometimes when they do, you've done so much work and they haven't. You don't want them when they come back. And that is truth too. And you do not have to be with your twin flame. Some twin flames are relationships, some are friendships, some are family ships. So it just depends on each connection. And no, you do not have to be with your twin flame for the rest of your life. As long as you're doing your core work, the universe is not going to leave you without somebody to love. I promise you. The universe will bring you somebody to fill that space for you. And them's the words, them's the messages. That's what I got for you today. We talked about the twin flame train stages, okay? So if you have any questions, please pop it down in the comment section. Please remember to give me a thumbs up, like, share, subscribe, donations, all of that wonderful stuff. I do appreciate you guys. And truly, truly, drop your comments, drop your questions so that I can assist you with putting out more content for my twin flames. I love you all. Namaste.